Welcome to Excel tutorial. Today, I'll teach you how I have created my bookkeeping spreadsheet in Excel. So with the help of this bookkeeping spreadsheet, you'll be able to completely track all your income, expenses, and your taxes. With the help of the sheet, also it comes with a dashboard, like you can calculate the key pointers, like what is going to be the total taxes you have paid, like your net income, your net profit, everything you'll be able to completely track here. And then it also comes with the dashboard with the required graphs. So first I'll show you how the bookkeeping tracker is going to look like. So here is how my bookkeeping tracker is going to look like. So this is completely a monthly overview we have for the entire month. You can have all your important key pointers at the top, like the total profit, the total income, expenses, how much tax has been collected, how much tax is paid, your net expenses, your net income, everything you'll be able to easily calculate it from here. As well as below you can see you have the income table and the expense table. So where you can completely track all your net income, net expenses, everything you'll be able to track. It also comes with the required graphs over here. So what is going to be the target, like profit, everything you'll be able to completely see over here. So I'll teach you how to create a bookkeeping spreadsheet like this from scratch. Let's get started. So I open a new Excel. So here I'll go name the sheet as monthly overview. So since we are going to have a monthly overview for the complete the income and expense. So here I can just completely select this and I'll say merge center. So here I'll say it as monthly overview. So we can even say bookkeeping monthly overview. So this is going to be the title. So I'll just try to increase the size and then I'll do the formatting. So I'll try to fill this with the color. So at the top, we have some important key pointers and the graphs we'll be having. So I'll just try to give some space for that. And then let me try to come below and then let's try to first have the two important tables over here. So that's going to be the income table and the expense table. So first I'll completely select this and let me try to merge center. So here I'll say income details. So below this one, I'll have what is going to be my income categories. So I can just try to have that. Then I'll have what is going to be my net income and how much is going to be the tax. And then I'll try to have the total value over here. So this is going to be the first table. So I'll just try to adjust the width of these columns. So I'll completely select this and then I'll do the required formatting. I can also fill this with the color over here. So I'll try to go and have a complete border for this table. So I'll choose a line color as a light. This color, I'll just try to choose it. And then let me try to completely select this till here. And then I'll say all line borders, we'll just try to have. So now we have the all line border over here. So next what I'm going to do is, let's say that I'm trying to sell a product on different marketplaces. And also let's say I also have a retail store as well. So let's consider this as a clothing brand or anything. So here, let me say that what all are going to be my income. So different ways where I'm going to sell. So let's say first I can have from Amazon, whatever I'm going to sell, that income can be there. So I'll say Amazon sales. So that is going to be the first income category. So I have next is that let's say I'm going to run on my online website. I have my own website. So from my website sales, I'll say website sales. And then next is going to be, let's say I have a retail store. So from retail store, what is going to be the sales? So I'll say retail sales is going to be the next category. Then let's say I'm going to sell on Alibaba. So I'll say what is going to be sales from there. So that I'll just try to have it. And then if I'm trying to have any other platforms, so that also we can just try to list down over here. So what are all the different mode of sales, whatever we have, we can just try to completely list down all these complete sales over here. So next is going to be what is going to be the net income. I just need to say over here. So let's say from Amazon for the particular month, let's consider this is going to be for August. So for that particular August month, whatever is going to be the net income, so I can just try to enter the values over here. So let's say $34,500, and from website sales, let's say it's going to be $23,900, and for retail, let's say it's going to be $18,000, and then from Alibaba, let's say $10,700. So these are going to be the different sales we have. So next we'll enter what is going to be the tax value for these incomes. So I'll just try to enter the tax value. So here, let me say 3,100, and then let's say $2,050 is going to be the tax. And then the retail, let's say $1,400, and for last, let's say $950. So this is going to be the tax values over here. So I'll just try to completely select this, and then I'll try to have this as a US dollars. So this is going to be the formatting over here. Now I can just try to come and find what is going to be the total sales. So total sales is nothing but it's going to be equal to my net income plus the tax. So that is going to be the total value. So I'll just try to completely flash fill this value over here. So this is the complete values we have. So at the bottom, I'll just try to come and have like to find the total value. So I'll say is equal to sum of my net income is going to be like the sum of all these values. So I'll completely select the range and then I'll give enter. So this is going to be the total value. So similarly, I'll just try to calculate the total taxes. So I'll completely select this range. Similarly here, I'll try to find the sum of the total income. So this is going to be the total value. So I can just completely select this and I'll also highlight this part over here. Okay, so here we have a complete income detail. So for that particular month, whatever is the income details, I'm able to completely, I've listed down over here, and then we have all the details over here. Next is going to be, we are going to have our expense table. So I'll completely select, like copy this table. So I'll just try to paste the formatting of this particular table. I'll say paste special, and then like the formatting, I'll just try to paste it over here. So I'll just adjust the width of these columns. So here I'm going to have my expense details. So below this one, I'll say what is going to be my expenses. Then I'll have what is going to be my net expenses. Then the tax. Next, I'll have the total value over here. So this is going to be the fields for this particular table. So I'll completely select this, and then I can just try to go and change the color for this. So I'll try to have in this color. So here, what all is going to be your expenses, we can just try to list down over here. Let's say that, let's say since I'm running like a clothing brand, so what are all going to be my expenses? So let's say like it's going to be like material expense. So like if I want to purchase some material, like the raw material cloths, so that is going to be one of the expenses. Then we can have like packaging. So that can be the other expense of packaging. If I want to buy some materials, what is going to be the expense? Then like shipping cost, anything shipping or like transportation cost, whatever is going to involve. So that can be the expense. Next is the labor charges. So labor, like it can include like the salesperson, if you're going to have some tailors inside the unit, or like for packaging, like we need some packagers to like package the products, like salesperson, marketing person, and if admins, accounting, managers, everybody. So this labor cost is going to include like the complete expense of all the labor cost, whoever we have, we can just try to include that here. Then let's say if we are going to have some rent over here, so that rent is going to, we can just try to mention it over here. So the marketing expenses, whatever we're going to spend on marketing, so that marketing cost we can have it. So next is if any other like phone bills, any other bills if you have, you can just try to enter those bills also over here. So these are going to be the complete expenses for us. So now I'll try to go and enter what is going to be the material cost for each and every expense, what the values are going to be. I'll just enter the values in this particular table. So let's say the material cost is going to like cost me like $5,600. And then the tax for that, let's consider that is going to be like $260 is going to be the tax. So for packaging, the packaging cost is going to be like $1,200, and $120 is going to be the tax. For shipping, let's say like $800, and it's going to be like $60 is going to be the tax. For labor, let's say like we have like 3-4 people working, it is going to cost us around like $10,400, and the tax, like we can just have the taxes like $900 is going to be the tax value. Then rent, so let's say rent is going to be like $1,600, and the tax we can have it as $200. And for marketing, let's say we're going to spend like $1,500 every month, the tax is going to be like $150. And if any other bills I have, so the bills is going to be $200, and the tax is going to be like $30. So these are going to be the complete values. So I'll just format this in US dollars over here. So here we have listed down all the values, the net expenses and the tax for each and every expenses we have entered it. So here we'll just try to find the sum of the values. So I'll just say the total. So it's going to be net expenses plus our tax value. So this is going to be the total value. So I'll just completely flash fill over here. So then below I'll try to find the total value of the net expenses. So here I'll say is equal to sum of. So the complete column I'll just select it. So here we have the value. So next I'll try to do for the tax. So here I'll just try to completely select. So here we have the tax value. Then the sum of the total expenses. So here we have the total expenses value, that's around $20. So this is going to be the total expenses. So whatever we are trying to spend. So here is the important table. So in the complete bookkeeping, the important thing is that we need to have a complete income and the expenses. So that is going to be the two important tables which we're going to have. Now what I'll do is I'll come to the top and then we'll try to have our key pointers in this particular dashboard. So I'll completely select this first here. So I'll say merge center. So here also I'll just say merge center. So like this, we are just trying to go and have around 6 to 8 key pointers on the dashboard. So I'll just try to paste this formatting over here. So we can just try to adjust the width of these columns. So first here I'll have the what is going to be the month. So that is going to be the first thing. Next is I'll have what is going to be my net income here. So next I'll have what is going to be the total profit. So here I'm going to have what is going to be my net expenses. So here I'll have the total income, how much ever we have got. And here I'll have what is going to be the taxes which is paid. So here I'll have the taxes paid. And next I'll have my total expenses, and here I'll have the tax collector. So these are going to be my important key pointers. So I'll just completely select this first and let's try to do the formatting together for all these key pointers. So I'll just try to have this center align, and then I can try to make this bold and also increase the size of this one. So then I can just try to fill these with the colors. So I'll just try to have different colors. So I'll fill with theme colors like the pastel colors over here. So now here we have. So we can also add the borders for this one. So I just forgot to add that one. So I'll completely select, and then we can also add the borders. So I'll say borders. So now we have the borders for all these cells over here. So now what I'm going to do is the month is going to be August. So I'll say the month name. So now next is going to be our net income. So the net income is nothing but here we have, right? So that is going to be the net income. I'll say here is equal to, and this particular cell I'll select. So here we have a net income. So $87,100 is going to be the net income. Next is going to be the net expenses. Net expenses we have in our expense table. So I'll say is equal to, and then I'll select the net expenses. So here we have our net expenses over here. So next is we'll have what is going to be the taxes paid. So how much ever taxes we have paid, that is going to be the taxes paid. That means in our expenses, we are trying to pay the tax, right? So that is going to be the taxes paid. So here I'll have is equal to, so the total taxes paid. So this is going to be the total taxes paid. So tax collected is, so when we're going to sell a product, so we are trying to collect the tax from the customers. So this is going to be the tax collected. So here I'll try to have the equal to, and then I'll say this particular cell, the total taxes on our income details. So this is going to be the total taxes, whatever we have collected. So next is our total income and total expense. So our total income is nothing but here we have, right? So this is going to be the total income. So I'll say is equal to, and I'll try to select the total income. So this is going to be the total income we have over here, and the total expense is going to be on an expense table. Here the total value is there. So this is going to be a total expense. So now we have a total income and total expense. Next is I need to find what is going to be the profit. So the profit is nothing but it's going to be equal to my total income subtracted by my total expense. So that is going to be the profit. So when I select this one, so you can see I'll get the total profit over here. So $71,580 is going to be the total profit for that particular month, August. So we can easily find out with the help of this particular table. So now we have like added all our key pointers on a dashboard. So next, let's try to have some graphs so that like we can try to visualize our monthly overview easily. So first is I'll just try to select the net income and net expenses. So I'll just try to go and insert a chart. So let me try to have a 2D chart like this over here. So I'll just try to add some rows over here. So here I have my chart. So I can just try to have this chart. So let me try to go and have the chart title for this one. So I can say this is going to be like net income versus net expense. So that's going to be the chart title. So we'll have, and then we can also go and change the color of this one. So I'll just completely select this, and then I'll try to go and change the fill color to our theme color. So this is going to be the color over here. And then I'll also try to like increase a little bit the width of this particular bars over here. So this is going to be the net income versus net expense chart over here. So with the help of this chart, we can easily see what is going to be, how much is the net income and how much is the net expense. So easily we'll be able to calculate over here. Next is we can try to have a distribution for how our sales is going to be, from which different channels how our sales is going to come. So I'll try to have I'll try to completely select the income and the total value over here. So I'll just try to completely select this. So we can try to insert a 2D column chart. So here we have the total values. So I'll have the name of this as income breakdown. So this is going to be a chart. So I'll also like change the fill color to theme color. So this color we'll just try to have it. So here you can see from where our more sales is coming. So you can easily see from this one, like from Amazon, we are trying to have the more sales. Next is going to be website. Next is our retail sales. And the last is going to be from Alibaba. So like this easily we'll try to have a complete breakdown for our income. So similarly, we can even try to create a graph for our expense. So I'll just try to completely select our expenses. And then the total value, I'll just try to select it. So I'll try to go and insert a 2D bar chart over here like this. So for this one, we can have this going to be the expense breakdown. So I'll say expense breakdown. And I can also go and change these colors to a different color. So this color we'll have it. So here you can see where our more expenses are. Like for labor is the more expense we are like trying to spend more. Then comes our material. Then we have like the marketing, rent and packaging. Like this, we can easily see the expense breakdown with the help of this easy graph. So here is a complete like bookkeeping monthly overview, complete dashboard we have created. So where we first like created the income details table and next our expense detail table. Then we try to like calculate what is going to be the net income, net expenses, total income, total expenses. And also we have calculated the total profit for that particular month. Then we try to create the graph for like the income versus expense graph, like the income breakdown and the expense breakdown to completely see from where our income is coming and where like we are trying to spend more in the expense breakdown graph. So this is how we can actually create a simple bookkeeping spreadsheet. So this is how we can actually create a simple bookkeeping dashboard on Excel. If you want to download this one, I have given the link in the description. You can just try to go and download this bookkeeping spreadsheet from there. Also, I have created multiple templates for small businesses like project management, CRM, and many other templates. So if you wish to use these templates, you can visit my website plrduck.com and then you can try to download these templates from there. So the great thing is that these templates comes for both Google Sheet and Excel. It also comes with master resale rights and commercial rights, where you can try to edit these templates and then share it with as many people you like. I hope you would have liked this video. Please do like and subscribe my channel for more such content. Thanks for watching this tutorial. I'll see you in another Excel or Google Sheet tutorial.